Patiyache nam hatta jivera karan. Sharaban jan he, Sharaban jan he, jan he, Sharaban jan. Prabhu Ragyai by Majiye Bhiksha. Prabhu Ragyai by Magiye Bhiksha. Prabhu Ragyai by Magiye Bhiksha. Bolo Krishna Bhaja Krishna, Guru Krishna Siksha. Bolo Krishna Bhaja Krishna, Guru Krishna Siksha. Nadi Yago Drume Nityananda Mahajan. Patiyache nam hatta jivera karan. Aparade sunya hoye laho Krishna nam. Aparade sunya hoye Krishna nam. Krishna mata, Krishna pita, Krishna dana pran. Krishna mata, Krishna pita, Krishna dana pran. Krishna sangsara koro charijanakar. Krishna sangsara koro chariyanachar. Jivedaya Krishna nam sarva dharma sar. Jaya Krishna nam sarva dharma sar. Nadiya Godrume Nityananda Mahajan. Patiyache nam hatta jivera karan. Jaya Nitai, Jaya Go. Jaya Nitai, Jaya Go. Jaya Nitai, Jaya Nitai, Nitai he, Gora he, Nitai he, Gora he, Nitai. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. On the island of Godrum, in the land of Nadia, the magnanimous personality of Sri Nityananda Prabhu has opened a marketplace of the holy name for the benefit of all living beings. There he calls out, "O persons of faith! O persons of faith! On the order of Sri Gauranga, O brothers, I beg these alms from you. Chant the names of Krishna, worship Krishna, and follow the instructions of Krishna. Being freed of offenses, chant the holy name of Krishna. Krishna is our mother, Krishna is our father, and Krishna is the treasure of our life. Give up all sinful behavior and live your life with Krishna at the center. The essence of all forms of religion is to show compassion upon all living beings and chant the holy names of Krishna." Shri Nityananda Prabhu Ki Jai. Good.
Page 86.
86?
Yes.
I never usually chant more than one.
Today's your day, spotlight day. Gauranga bolite have pulaka sharira hari hari bolite na yane babenira. Gauranga bolite have pulaka sharira hari hari bolite na yane babenira. Hari hari bolite. Harana benita jare karuna ive samsara vashana moya kabe tu chapabe. Jare karuna ive samsara vashana mora kavitu japan. Vishaya chariya kabe shura bemana kabe hama heravo Shri Vindavana Kabe Shura Vimana Kabe Hama Eravo Shri Vindavana Rupa Raghunatha Pare Hoibe Akurte Kaviyama Buddha Vase Jugala Piriti Rupa Raghunatha Pare Hoibe Akurte Kaviyama Buddha Vase Jugala Piriti Rupa Raghunatha Pare Rahumurasa Pratana Karo Esara Narotamarasa Gauranga bolite have pulaka sharira hari hari bolite na yane babenira. When will the hair on my body stand on end upon chanting Gauranga? When will my eyes overflow with tears upon chanting Hari, Hari? And when will the moon-like Nityananda Prabhu bestow his mercy upon me? When will my material desires become insignificant? When will my mind, as a result of my renouncing material enjoyment, become purified? When will I behold Sri Vrindavan? When will I develop eagerness for the lotus feet of Srila Rupa Goswami and Srila Raghunath Das Goswami, by whose mercy I will be able to understand the love of the divine couple? Let all my hopes and aspirations remain at the lotus feet of Sri Rupa and Sri Raghunath Das. This is the constant prayer of Narottam Das. Narottam Das Thakur ki jai. Would you like to lead one, Yashoda Didi?
Oh, yeah, I was going to go there.
I don't know how to fix this thing, and none of the technical people are here.
Don't worry.
Samuki?
We'll figure it out. No, don't worry. Yeah.
I just got it sliding. I don't know if it's actually typing. You see.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay.
Did it break?
I don't know. I think it's fixable. I just don't know.
Yeah, I think it's maybe now they're playing with some tool or something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Were you
Just
holding
wait.
it?
It's fine. Yeah, I can hold it.
No,
want
were
my
you
crystals?
holding it or?
No, it was on this, but it kept falling.
Okay.
It's been a weird thing. Do you
All
want
right.
crystals?
Sure.
I can
Let's
hold
see how we
them
can do
for
it.
you.
No, don't worry. We're gonna sing. I just saw it. Guy Godamadusware, page 169. 9. Yeah. Interesting. Guy Godamadusware, 169. Guy Godamadusware, Guy Godamadusware, Guy Godamadusware, Guy Godamadusware. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Guy Godamadusware, Guy Godamadusware, Guy Godamadusware, Guy Godamadusware. Griheta ko vaneta ko, sada hari bole dako. Griheta ko vaneta ko, sada hari bole dako. Suke duke bule nako, vadane har
Badame Hari no Kore. Gai Gora Madhusware. Gai Gora Madhusware. Gai Gora Madhusware. Gai Gora Madhusware. Maya ya le va de haye. Acho mi che kaya la ye. Maya hale va da haye. Acho mi che kala haye. Eko ochetana peye. Radha madhava lohore. Echana chetana peye. Radha madhana mabore. Gai gora madhusware. Gai goda madhusware. Gai gora madhusware. Gai gora madhusware. Jivana hoilo shesha. Navajala hrikesha. Jivana hoilo shesha. Navajala hrikesha. Bhakti vinoda upadesha. Egvana marashe matore. Bhakti vinoda upadesha. Egvana marashe matore. Gai Goda madhusware. Gai Gora madhusware. Gai Gora madhusware. Gai Gora madhusware. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Gora Hari, Sachinandana Jaya Gora Hari, Jaya Sachinandana Jaya Gora Hari, Sachinandana Jaya Gora Hari, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Hari Bol, Nitai Gora Hari Bol. In a very sweet voice, Sri Gauranga sings, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Whether you live at home as a householder or in the forest as a renunciant, constantly chant Hari Hari in happiness or in distress. Do not even forget this chanting. Just fill up your lips with the names of Sri Hari. Bound up in the net of Maya, you are endangered in useless activities. Now attain full consciousness and chant the names of Radha Madhava. Your life is coming to an end, but you have not worshipped Sri Hrishikesh. Please hear this advice of Bhaktivinoda and just once relish the nectar of the holy name. Hari Bol.
this is the song we sing on Ekadashi, but we could just go to Radha and Krishna because it's late. Should we do? No. Okay.
I'll hold the microphone for you.
That's okay. I think someone else
No,
can
it's like best for you to play cards. Well, good, he's here now. As long as I don't have to play cards.
216. 216. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajana Anukula. Bhakata Seva Parama Siddhi Premalati Karamula. Madhavate te bhakti janani jatane palana kari. Madhavate te Krishna vasati vasati boli paramadare hari. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayamukula. Bhakata Gaura Amaraja Sabastane Karalo Brahmana Range. Sesabastana Heri Boyami Pranayi Bhagata Sange. Mridangavadya Sunitamana Avasara Sadajache. Gora Bihita Kirtana Suni Ananda Hridaya Nache. Yugala Murti Dekiyamora Paramayananda Hoya. Prasada Seva Karite Hoya Shakala Prapancha Jaya. Shuddha Bhakata Charana Renu Bhajanayamukula. Bhakata Jajine grihe bhajana dekhi grihete goloka bhaya. चरण सेतु देखिया गंगा सुख नसीमा पाया तुलसी देखी जुदाय प्राण मरवतो शनि जानी घोर प्रिया शक सेवने जीवनार्थ कमानी भक्ति विनोद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाय जाहा भक्ति विनोद कृष्ण भजने अनुकूल पाय जाना प्रति दिवसे परम सुखे स्वीकार करयाता अशुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला शुद्ध भक्ता चरण रेणु भजनानुकूला एकादशी जय मरप्तिते एकादशी जय मरप्तिते जय भक्ति विनोद शिला भक्ति विनोद शिला भक्ति विनोद Thus from the lotus feet of the pure devotee is most favorable for bhajan. Service to the pure devotee is the highest perfection and the very root of the vine of prem. I carefully observe Madhav's holy days, such as Ekadashi and Janmashtami, for they are the mother of devotion. Knowing that Krishna dwells in these holy days, with great regard I also accept them as my residence. In the company of devotees who have transcendental love, I will behold all the places where my Gaur joyfully wandered. My heart always prays for the opportunity to hear the mridanga play. Upon hearing a kirtan glorifying Shri Gaur, my heart dances in joy. Upon seeing the deity forms of the divine couple, I feel the highest bliss. Honoring their prasad enables one to conquer the material world of 5 elements. My home is transformed into Golok Vrindavan when I see bhajan of Sri Radha Krishna being performed there. When I look upon the Ganga, which is the nectar emanating from the Lord's feet, my happiness knows no bounds. Upon seeing Tulsi, my heart becomes satisfied because I know that she pleases Madhav. When I honor Shak, a variety of greens, which is very dear to Gaur, I consider my life successful. Whatever he finds favorable for Krishna bhajan, Bhaktivinoda accepts every day with the greatest happiness. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur ki jai. do you want to sing this one?
So we'll sing it together, but somebody's gonna have the loudest voice.
It's not really. It's kind of broken, but or you could feel free.
Haribo.
250.
Yeah. Shri Hari Vasare Hari Kirtana Vidhana. Is it like that? Sare Hari Kirtana Vidhana Nityaramila Prabhu Jagatera Prana Punyavanta Shiva Sangha Nirvarabaramba Utilo Kirtana Dvani Gopala Govinda Mardanga Mandira Bhaje Shankar Karatala Sankirtana Sange Sava Oyala Misada Brahmanda Bodhilo Dhvani Poriya Akasa Chodikera Mangalam Jaya Savanasa Usakala Hoite Nityakari Vishwambara Juta Juta Hoilo Jato Kayana Sundara Shivaspa Pandita Loya Eka Sampradaya Mukunda Loya Janaka Gaya Oya Govinda Gosha Arakato Jana Gaura Chandra Nitye Sabe Karena Kirtana Toriya Bulena Nitya Ananda Mahabali Alakshita Dvaita Loye Parvaraduli Gadadhara Hari Jato Sajalanayane Anandeva Valayalo Prabhu Rakitane Jagana Udhana Nache Prabhu Vishwamba Prithvi Kampitaya Sabe Payadaram Kakonava Madhuna Nacha Vishwambara Chinodeki Nandanira Nandanatavara Aparupa Krishna Vesha Aparupa Nritya Anande Nayana Bhori Deke Savavrita Nijanande Nache Maha Prabhu Vishwambara Charanera Tala Suni Ati Manohara Bhava Bhare Mala Nahi Rahaye Ga Sakaterapaya Chatori Keshi Hari Mangala Sanketan Majenachi Jagannatha Visheranandana Jaranamanande Shiva Vasanana Jane Charaja Senache Shiva Senache Apane Charaname Vamiki Hoila Tapodhan Charaname Aljamil Pailo Mochana Jaranama Shavani Samsara Pandaguche Hena Prabhu Avatari Kali Yuge Nachi Charaname Gai Sukha Narada Vedai Sahasra Vandana Prabhu Jaragunagai Sarva Mahaprayachita Jeva Buranama Se Prabhu Nachaye Deko Jeto Jagavana Bhagavata Gane Ananye Galadori Kare Kandana Sabare Angate Soba Shri Chandana Mala Anande Gayane Krishna Rase Hoi Bola Chetaka Vaishnava Sava Kirtana Veshe Najane Apanade Anajana Kishe Jaya Krishna Murari Mukunda Vanamali Aharnisha Gai Save Hoi Kutuhali Aharnisha Bhakta Sange Nache Vishwambara Shanti Nahe Kare Save Sattva Kalevara Emate Nache Mahanavu Vishwambara Nishe Avasheshe Macha Se Eka Prahara Emata Anande Hoye Navadvipa Pore Prema Rase Vaikuntera Naika Vihari Ese Kala Punya Kata Chekare Shavan Bhakta Sange Gaura Chanje Rahu Taramana Shri Krishna Chaitanya Nitya Ananda Rajana Vrindavana Dasa Tachu Pare Jugega Jaya Ekadasi Jaya Madhavti Ekadasi Jaya Madhavti Jaya Ekadasi Jaya Madhavti Ekadasi Jaya Madhavti Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaurahari Sachinandan Jaya Gaurahari Jaya Sachinandan Jaya Gaurahari Sachinandan Jaya Gaur Nitai Gaurahari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaurahari Bo Nitai Gaurahari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaurahari Bo Nitai Gaurahari Bo Hari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaurahari Bo Nitai Gaurahari Bo Hari Bo Nitai Gaurahari On Ekadasi, after decreeing Hari Kirtan, Mahaprabhu, who is the life and soul of the universe, begins to dance in ecstasy. In the courtyard of the virtuous Srivas, the auspicious sounds of Kirtan, Gopal, Govinda, reverberates loudly. The sounds of the mridanga, mandira, small cup-shaped cymbals, conch and kartals all blend nicely with the Sankirtan. The thunderous sound penetrates the universe, filling the whole sky. Everything inauspicious in all four directions is annihilated. At dawn, Vishwambar dances, while the kirtan groups formed sing charmingly. One group is with Srivas Pandit, and many others sing with Mukunda Datta. There are many more with Govinda Ghosh. As Gaurachandra dances, everyone performs kirtan. The mighty Nityananda Prabhu holds on to Mahaprabhu and gently strokes him, while Advaita Acharya secretly takes his foot dust. Their eyes brimming with tears, Gadadhar and others become overwhelmed in transcendental happiness due to Mahaprabhu's kirtan. When Vishwambar dances with great force, the earth trembles and everyone becomes afraid. Sometimes Vishwambar dances so sweetly that he appears to be the son of Nanda, the best of dancers. Their eyes filled with joy, Mahaprabhu's servants observe his unprecedented love for Sri Krishna and his incomparably beautiful dancing. Mahaprabhu Vishwambar dances, rejoicing in his own transcendental happiness. The rhythmic sound of his lotus feet is extremely captivating. Under the weight of his ecstatic emotions, his garland is unable to remain around his neck. Breaking apart, it falls at the feet of the devotees. The auspiciousness of Sri Harinam Sankirtan spreads in all four directions, as the son of Jagannath Mishra dances in the midst of the devotees. Absorbed in the bliss of Sri Hari's name, Shiva becomes oblivious to his own clothing. He whose glories impel Shiva to dance in ecstasy also dances himself. By his name, Valmiki achieved the wealth of austerity, and by his name, Ajamil received deliverance. By hearing his name, the bindings of the material world are destroyed. That Lord, having descended, dances in the age of Kali. His name is chanted by Shukadev and Narad as they wander about. His glories are sung by the Lord of innumerable mouths, Sri Anantadev. His name constitutes the highest form of atonement. That Lord dances while those who are supremely fortunate look on. Seeing Mahaprabhu's transcendental bliss, the associates of the Lord embrace each other and weep. Sandal paste and garlands grace everyone's bodies. They sing in great bliss, forgetting their own selves, due to immersion in Krishna Ras. Entranced in Kirtan, all the Vaishnavas lose complete sense of their own bodies and of everyone around them. Delighted, everyone sings day and night, Jai Krishna, Murari, Mukunda, Vanamali. Day and night, Vishwambar dances with the devotees, but they never become fatigued, because their bodies are fully transcendental. In such a manner, Mahaprabhu Vishwambar dances the entire night except for one prahar, during which he sleeps. In this way, transcendental happiness arises in the land of Navadvip, as the hero of Vaikuntha sports in Prema Ras. Gaurachandra and his associates remain in the hearts of those who hear this entire auspicious description. Vrindavan Das offers this song at the lotus feet of Sri Krishna Chaitanya and the moon-like Nityananda Prabhu. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai, Sri Vrindavan Das ki jai, Sri Ekadasi Titi ki jai. Then go to Premanande. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna
Krishna Krishna
Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare Gaura He 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 Nitai 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 He Krishna He Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Radhe, 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 Radhe. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama, Rama, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Nitai Gaura, Hare Bo, Nitai Gaura, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Hare Bo, Nitai Gaura, Hare Bo, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Guru, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Hari Bo, Nitai Gaura, Hari Bo.
Go Premanandi. So Gadagar Prabhu is going to pass out the prayer. Because we have to call for the merciful help of our Gaudiya Guru Varga, our disciplic succession of self-realized gurus, so that they will be happy to descend upon us and make this meeting successful. I also want to mention that because today is Ekadasi, on this day of Ekadasi, when we were with, Sandy and I were with Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj in India, he would always stress for the devotees to go out into the public for Harinama Sankirtan. So I know usually we don't have that on Sunday night. But if anybody feels like going this evening when it cools down, he said that's the best service to do. Do you feel like it? If you want to see who else wants to. I know Hitendra wants to go. Okay. So, today we're going to make an experiment. And the experiment is based on a procedure that Srila Gurudev's disciple Rohini Nandan Prabhu does in India. He goes to various universities and law institutions, all kinds of institutions, but especially universities, where he has audiences of about 600 students and teachers each time. And he shows some AI videos that were created under his direction as he's distributing the basic tenets of bhakti. He's showing the slides, which kind of doubles the interest in people. That's Krishna. And people who don't know anything about Krishna consciousness. Well, of course, in India, everybody has the background. So let's try and see how that works. And I'd like to get your feedback afterwards, to see how helpful or entertaining it was for you. So we didn't do the prayer yet. Agyanam timarandasya Gyananjana salakaya Chaksurunmilitam yena Tasmai Sri Gurave Nama Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaye Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadabhaktaya Namo Nama Yang Pravrajantam Manupetam Apeta Krityam Dvaipayano Viraka Taruvajuhava Putreti Tanmayataya Taravo Benedus Tang Sarvabhutaridayam Muni Manatosmi Bhaktya Vinay Aparada Lakshay Chaptasya Kamadi Tarangamadye Kripa Maitvam Sharanam Prapadyam Brinde Namaste Charanarvindam Tavoivasmi Najivami Tambila Iti Vigyaya Radhe Tam Nayamam Charanantike. First, I offer my unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Diksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Swami Prabhupada, and the same unlimited obeisances in the dust of the lotus feet of my most worshipful Shiksha Gurudev, Nityalila Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Astotra Sat Shri Srimad Srila Bhakti Vedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhakti Vigyan Bharati Goswami Maharaj, to our grandfather gurus, Shri Srimad Bhakti Pragyan Keshava Goswami Maharaj, and Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada, to all of his divine associates, and to all the assembled devotees. So I'm going to ask Gadagaja Prabhu if you could bring another chair here so that I can see what I'm speaking about. Subal is doing it. Okay, here we go. Yeah. All lights out? All right, good. So I'll sit here. Okay, so what we're going to be discussing, by the mercy of our spiritual teachers, we're going to be discussing the dilemma of not only humans, but all living entities, but only humans have the capacity to understand and do something about it. Other creatures, whether they understand or not, the Harikatha and mostly the holy name, they still benefit even though they don't understand the language because of the transcendental sound vibration. All right, so let's start with everyone is in distress, and everyone thinks that if I just do this, then my situation will change. That is, there's a big wave coming, so let me try to knock down that wave. We can also shut these lights. Let me just try to knock down this wave, or get rid of this person, or get rid of this situation, and then I can be happy. But we find that I can never become happy. And here's why. The first video, I don't see anything. Okay. The first video is called "The Fish in the Bedroom." You need to zoom out a bit. Okay, as best as we can do. Hmm?
We can also do that.
Okay, that's a good.
And then maybe I can actually see.
Yeah, good. Good, okay. Mm-hmm. So, the fish, if the fish is taken out of the water and just lied down on any conveyance, even if the fish is in an opulent place with AC and all amenities, the fish will ever be happy? No. So let's see what's happening with the fish. The fish can only breathe in the water, not in air like us. Similarly, if we're in this material atmosphere, identifying with the body, we'll also do nothing but suffering, suffocating and suffering. And of course, we die too. So I think that's pretty self-explanatory. As long as we think that we're this body and we want to be happy in material atmosphere, no matter how hard we try, we'll fail. And that's the cause of all stress and distress and anxiety. Let's check out the next one. We'll see further into the dilemma. That is, we have a set of senses. We have a set of senses. You can go. A set of senses that are centered about the mind. These senses are the tongue. The mind, of course, is first because it is the center of the senses. Then we have the intelligence that's represented by the driver. The mind is the reins. And it should be that the driver controls the reins, shouldn't it? But in this case, the reins are controlling the driver. He's out of control. Just like there was a plane crash in India a couple of months ago, the driver of the plane just got out of control. The mechanisms wouldn't cooperate with him anymore. So 215 people died in that plane crash. So here we can see, want to put it on again? We can see that the chariot, this is the chariot of the body with the five senses, and we can see that not only are the reins controlling the driver, but the senses are controlling the reins. They're also not in control. It should be that the intelligence controls the mind, which controls the senses, but here we see the opposite, and look who's back there. That is us, the soul. We're always afraid of terrifying things that lurk about. Either the darkness of the night, or an examination that's coming, or a boyfriend that may just be leaving me. So that soul is always in terror. And you can see that there's not only the soul there, but also you could see Lord Vishnu, Krishna in the form of the super soul. He's also there in the heart, right next to the soul. Not only that, Krishna says in the Gita, think of me as smaller than the smallest. What's the smallest that we know? Us, the soul. But Krishna is even smaller, and he's not only sitting in the heart of the body, but he's sitting in the heart of the soul. So this helps us in understanding of our dilemma of why we can't be happy in the material atmosphere, despite the opulent AC and bed and so on. Now let's go on to the next one and see what's actually happening with us. There is a little soul inside the material heart. And we can see, as Krishna says in the Gita, the soul is continually passing in this body from childhood to youth to old age. And similarly, the soul passes on to the next body. The self-realized soul is not bewildered by such a change. So actually, what we human beings and all creatures are doing since we're born is we are running up a down escalator. And eventually, time gets the best of us. So after the soul leaves the body, it doesn't really have a choice, but it's forced according to its activities, which are also forced. Arjuna asks Krishna in the Gita, what is it that makes everybody do things even against the person's will? And Krishna says it is lust alone, Arjuna, which is born of the mode of passion and later on transforms into wrath, which is the all-devouring, sinful enemy of the soul. So you can see that soul, once it went up to the sky, it's again rotating through the different species of life. Okay, and how often does this happen? Can we counteract it? Or is it like a regular timed thing? Let's check it out. We're going to check out the death rate and see who can escape. We're going to see the world, America, and other countries' death rate. There are 4 basic activities in the material world, and that is eating, sleeping, mating, and fearing. Everyone is fearing death. Everyone is fearing old age. Therefore, even though we don't want to look at the news blasts or the advertisements when we're trying to just do an email, still it comes to bombard us. And that is, here, buy this cream and look young. Or do this, what do you call it, plastic surgery and look young. Or drink this and look young. And here's how a person in over 60 can sleep better. Try to make yourself as comfortable as you can. So everybody is running up a down escalator. When Vasudeva, Krishna's father, not quite father, but like half father, was speaking to Kamsa, because Kamsa heard an aerial voice that now you're driving the chariot of your sister who's about to be married, but you don't know that the 8th son of her will kill you. So he immediately grabbed his sword to slash her neck, and then her new husband, Vasudeva, told Kamsa, why are you afraid of death? Everyone has to die. As soon as we're born, death begins. If someone is 25 years old, it means he's 25 years dead. So it sounds like it could be pretty depressing if you're just thinking like that. So how do we not be depressed? Because we're already depressed. And then knowing that there's no way out, with all the creams and all the hairstyles and hair dyes and so on, how do you not be depressed about that as well? Let's find out. This is Einstein, if anyone didn't know. He's trying to tell his friends that there is a God, a controller, a creator, an artist behind everything. And they thought he was crazy, so the next day he showed them this model that he had made of water and trees and a park. And they said, where does it come from? Where did it come from? Oh, it just came by themselves. And they said, that's not possible. So here he's proving to them that if a little teeny-weeny 3-foot park can't come of its own, but has to come by an intelligence person, then what to speak of the whole world or the whole universe? Let's find out more about that. Let's see in our daily life. Just like look up at the ceiling and there's a light bulb. If we probe further, we find that the light bulb is able to emanate its power because there's an electric wire, electric post, and that comes from someplace too. That comes from a transformer, which comes from the power station, which comes from an intelligent person. Any way you look at it, like you have a yard, and sometimes you water the yard. So you're the intelligent person watering the yard. So when you're not watering it and it rains, that must be a greater intelligence. So what is the... here's some logic, more logic, to show that there's a intelligent person behind everything. Let's watch one more video about that. You must have learned in school, you must have gotten the opportunity to go to college, high school, and you learned about the Big Bang Theory. This is a summary of what they teach in school. When there's an explosion, there's destruction, not creation. Again, there must be an intelligence behind everything. Our Srila Prabhupada told the second artist who came after me, does the bomb have a mind, an intelligent? So he told my god sister, how can these humans, trees, mountains, birds, animals, come from an explosion, a bang? So Prabhupada told my god sister, Govinda Dasi, back in 1966, that so you paint flowers, but it takes you a long time to paint a flower. And that flower smells like oil paint, doesn't smell like a fragrant flower. But Krishna, God, he makes millions and billions of flowers in just a moment, and they smell so beautifully. And then there's the seasonal change, when every tree, I don't think it happens here in Miami, but at least in New York and most cities where it gets cold, there's several days where the leaves start changing colors, from green to yellowish to reddish to brownish. Then they fall off, and then they start with when the warm season comes, they start with little reddish flowers, like we see on the peepal tree outside. Nut flowers, leaves, and then they turn green. So it would take us, Prabhupada explained to me on a morning walk, that it would take us months just to paint one tree. And Krishna paints millions and billions of trees in just a couple of days. So there's an operator. Is he a personal or impersonal operator? That is, so he creates everything and he created us. But does he have anything personal to do with us? Let's find out. This example is given, purported, it's in the purport by Srila Prabhupada, but it's coming from a separate scripture, that there are two birds in a tree. One bird, that is us, the individual soul, is absorbed and enjoying the fruits of this tree. The tree, we can show it again, the tree of this body. Whereas the other bird, he's our friend bird, and he's just waiting. He's been coming with us since the beginning of time, from body to body to body, and just waiting for us to have a beautiful relationship with him. So these fruits represent the fruits of the bodily activities, like he's playing the computer, or he may be having a ravishing experience with some woman, or he's watching a movie and just losing his time, trudging on to death, and then again. And he's never satisfied. There's always a but. It's a nice day, but it will end. It's a nice day, but it will rain. It's a nice day, but I will die. There's always a but. But in our relationship with Krishna, the Supreme Soul, the super soul of our own body, who's our best friend, who's been coming with us since the beginning of time, there's no buts. Everything is always ever fresh and ever new. Okay, so the only reason, in conclusion, the only reason that we're in stress and distress is because we're absorbed in the dictations of the mind and the intelligence which is controlled by the mind. This is happening to me, that's happening to me. Oh no. But it's just like a movie. It's not really happening to us. But vicariously, you go to the movies, of course you don't, but people go to the movies and vicariously they identify with the hero or the heroine, and they get scared and they become happy, and they're experiencing what's not happening to them. Similarly, that is our whole life, life after life. So our Guru Varga, our teachers, tell us this history of Indra. I think we can turn it all off. Did you like that? I'll ask you more details about how you liked it later. But so Gurudev and Prabhupada both told this history of King Indra. Again, as we were discussing, there's always an intelligent person behind each natural force, like the rain. Indra is the god of heaven, and he's also the controller of the rains. Welcome. Let's see. And if people are new, then they'll, of course, want to be proved to that there are people living on other planets. So that's another topic. I remember when I first joined Prabhupada in 1966, he was giving so many evidences that there's life on other planets. Like if the sun is the source of life on this planet, why wouldn't there be life on the sun itself? Only with our mundane vision do we see only fire when we look at the sun. But that is due to imperfect senses. So, Indra is the god of heaven, and he enjoys godly delights. Like this is a middle planet. Then there are lower planets and higher planets. So he is the king of one of the higher planets called Indraloka. And he controls the rain, the heat, the drought. And one time, his spiritual master came into the palace room, and he was so busy enjoying with his friends and family that he completely ignored his guru. So his guru cursed him that I'm your everything, I'm your connection with the Lord, and you're ignoring me and engaging in sense enjoyment right in front of me. So I curse you. You're not acting like a demigod. You're not even acting like a human. You're acting like a pig. Because a pig can have, a hog can have many, many wives and enjoy with all of them, and have hundreds of children with them, all at the same time. And you're not really living in heaven, because by living in the world of sense gratification, you're living with the consciousness of an animal. Better you become an animal. Go down to earth and become a hog. So Indra was petrified, but it was too late. So in a moment, he fell down to earth and became a hog. And where did he live? He lived in the drains. He lived in the muddy, stooly pools. And he had so many wives and so many children. And he was enjoying, because according to one's activities, he gets a specific set of senses, as you heard earlier, centered about the mind, and he gets a particular body, and he loves that body. What we think is disgusting, like when we go to the bathroom, do we stay there and enjoy what's in the toilet? No, we run. But he lavishes in it. So after a while, because his post was empty, Lord Brahma, who's the chief of all the demigods, he thought, he was passing by and he saw that, that's Indra wallowing in the mud and the stool. So I have to save him. Also, he needs to come back to his post. So he said, Indra. And the hog said, somebody's calling out to me, Indra? Brahma said, yes, you're Indra. You're not a hog. You're not meant for eating stool. You're meant for living in heaven with all godly delights, where people live for 10,000 years, where all the ladies have bodily fragrances like lotus flowers. So I came to bring you back to your heavenly kingdom, and where everybody eats nectar. And so he said, what? I'm happy here. I have all my wives, I have all my kids. We live it up and we love it. So Brahma thought, I could never convince him just by words. So he had this kamandalu, which is like an Indian water pot with a little handle. So he sprinkled some water mixed with some mantras that he uttered out of his mouth. And one by one, all the little piglets died. And then Brahma said, are you ready now? What? No. I can get so many other kids because I have so many wives. All right. So he made some more mantras, a little more splashing the water, and one by one, all the wives died. Indra, are you ready now? What? I can get so many more wives. I don't need these wives. They're just all over the place. And first he said, some wives are pregnant, so I'll get more kids from them. Some wives will be pregnant. So after all the wives died, Indra, are you ready to come now? No, I'm not, because I can start all over again. So then Brahma thought, I have to do something major. So he sprinkled some water, and Indra saw that he wasn't a hog at all, but he was King Indra, with diamonds and rubies and a helmet and fancy garments. He said, yeah, what am I doing in the stool? When you get a higher consciousness, that's when it's easy to give up the lower consciousness. So yes, I beg you, please take me to my abode, which immediately he left that hog's body and he went back to heaven. So Srila Gurudev was explaining, Indra was from heaven, but we're from much more than heaven. We're from the spiritual world. And because we turned away from Krishna, we entered, or we were grabbed by illusion, Because there's only two things going on, which is reality and illusion. So we turned away from reality, looked towards illusion, and you think she's just going to be grateful and make us happy? And she grabbed us and did two things. One was cover us and then throw us in the 4,000 species of life, sometimes as a slug, sometimes as a worm, plum tree, god of heaven. And so our spiritual gurus and spiritual scriptures have come to remind us that we're just refugees here. And by the simple process of associating with devotees, especially pure devotees, and chanting the holy names of the Lord, which are non-different from Him, because He's an absolute person. He's not relative like us. If I called your name and you were in another city, like David, where'd you just come from? What city did you just come from? Berlin, another country. Then he wouldn't be here just by that. So, but Krishna, because he's an absolute person, one without a second, he's present in his name, waiting for us like that beautiful bird to turn to him and be happy. So now I'll ask two things. One, are there any questions or comments? And two, can you give some comments about the AI videos? I know you're all thinkers. And you must have been having some emotional and intellectual responses during the videos. So what were you thinking about that? Was it helpful? Was it distracting? Was it, yeah, Yasoda? Let's give you a mic.
I think that the videos were visual aids to presenting the philosophy in a more visual form. So some of them were really funny. It's incredible what this technology can do, you know. You can make any type of presentation very interactive. So yeah, that was great. Then my other question is regarding if that can happen to the Lord of Heaven, to Indra, you know, like falling into that state of illusion of forgetting who he is, his his position and all everything that Krishna has given him, then you just like be happy on on an animal's body. What can happen to us? And I'm thinking like, how can we also avoid it? How can we treasure this gift that we've been given, Mahamantra association with wonderful sevaks like you and like Srila Gurudev and Srila Prabhupada, because our condition is very dire. We tend to forget, you know. Sometimes life feels good, like if you have nice relatives, even if they're devotees, or if you
Can you make it closer to your mouth?
even if you have a nice family, devotees, you are not sure of what's going to happen in next life, or you know, any minute illness can come, sickness. So really, how can we treasure our Krishna consciousness and like take care of it?
Very good question. So you said, you're speaking about the future. What will happen if we don't take Krishna consciousness seriously?
Well, especially because when we read the scriptures, he also says that we've been here since time
That's it.
immemorial,
That's the thing.
and then we also have many sins that haven't even like taken form, or we haven't even come close to paying that karma, because they're in that form, like the
You mean
potentially
it's
there,
the
like suffering is
seed
there.
stage, before the seed stage.
Right. So when you start thinking about it, it's like, Krishna, please do something because, our condition, it's really, really scary when you think about it.
Excellent. Actually, you gave the question and the answer as well, because the answer is like present in the question of do everything more so that there's no time for distractions. Because even if our family is devotees, if we're not talking about Krishna, but we're talking about sense gratification or even necessities of living, like paying the rent, if it's not with the consciousness that this is Krishna's house and we're paying Krishna's rent and our children are Krishna's children, still it's degrading talk and it's polluting, it's contaminating, and it brings our consciousness down, and then ultimately it brings our activities down. So by doing more and more of the protective activities, hearing about Krishna, speaking about Krishna, Krishna means Krishna and his associates and his pure devotees, reading more, like we generally put reading as the last thing. I don't have time to read because I have to do that has to get done. But really, if we consider the lives of our acharyas who are coming from that spiritual realm, and how much time, when they were here in the world, how much time they put into writing. Like Gurudev used to go off to writing retreats and write or translate or make commentaries of scriptures. Srila Prabhupada also, he used to go to Hawaii on writing retreats. Srila Rupa Goswami and the other Goswamis, they were living in Vrindavan and they didn't have, airplanes or pens or computers or anything. They would write on palm leaves from the trees, and they would make their own ink out of different flowers. And then if it got dark at night, they didn't have electricity, so they would light a little fire of leaves and see by that. And they put so much energy into writing. So if they, who know how to spend their time best, wrote all these things for us, then of course reading, even though it looks like it's not producing anything, it's producing a change of consciousness, which produces a change of activities. Especially when we call out to the book that we're about to read, like, "Oh Prabhu, you're not a book. In this case, you are Viswanath Chakravarti Thakur yourself. You're Srila Gurudev yourself. You're Srila Rupa Goswami yourself, and all of your divine associates. Please, all of you, shower your mercy upon me and help me or us, if you're with others, to realize what you're saying as we're personally sitting here at your feet and you're personally looking down at us and speaking with us." So when that mood is there, even like prasadam, before we honor or eat prasadam, we make a prayer that is, "O prasadam, you are non-different from Govinda, Krishna. You're non-different from the pure devotees. You're non-different from the holy name, Nama Brahmani Vaishnavi." That means that whatever they can give me, you can also give me. So please do that. Take away my material miseries and confusions and give me, and sinful reactions that are keeping me from you. And give me love of God. Give me the highest thing. We're starting from the lowest, me, but I'm asking you for the highest anyway. So then there's prasadam, taking a prasadam, and then associating, hearing classes, giving classes, and going out to the public and sharing, like Gadagraja and Hitendra and Madhusudana and Raga were out in the 120 degree heat yesterday at the farmer's market, hour after hour, giving out books and art and prashadam. So, yeah, that's an answer. Anybody else have a question? Chandranani, oh yes, Prabhu. Is your wife getting it? You're translating everything?
I do. I always translate to her the...
Oh, later.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to ask two questions, if I may.
Can you bring
I
it
wanted to
close and
ask two
speak louder?
questions, if I may. One is that when you said that lust becomes wrath, I wanted to understand, is wrath the same as anger? And if does it become a mode of ignorance? Yes? Yes. Okay.
So the question is, as it states in the Bhagavad Gita, when Arjuna asks, what is it that impels people to act even against their will? And Krishna says, it is lust alone, O Arjuna, which is born of the mode of passion, and later on is transformed into wrath, anger, which is in the mode of ignorance. So from passion, ignorance comes. And because lust is never fully satisfied. Is there a Gita here? There's a picture of this man in the middle of a fire. So lust is never satisfied. It's like if you have a fire and you want to pacify the fire. And so you say, okay, I'll give you some fuel, calm down. But it makes the fire more raging. Okay, here comes the, does it have it? It doesn't seem to have it. Oh, the original, whenever they put out a new version, they change the pictures. Oh well. Mm. Anyway, so he's standing there in the middle of a circle of fire. So it's not fully satisfied. Like, even you go after someone, and you try to have sex life, and then she likes somebody else, and then you get angry and you shoot the guy. I mean, I know cases personally where that happened. And he had joined already Krishna consciousness, not in our Sangha, but in another Sangha. And then one day he found his wife in bed with his best friend. So you can imagine how he felt. So then he was looking for how to get a gun, got a gun, and the next day killed the best friend. And the wife hated Krishna consciousness after that and hated the husband. It was a mess. So that's what happens when there's lust. It's never satisfied and it burns like fire. And so it's the perverted reflection of love for Krishna. And then one falls down into the material pool. Actually, is the old Bhagavad Gita around? Okay. So like you see this other picture. You found it? Great.
I couldn't find the one you were talking about earlier.
Oh, okay. It seems like the same one as this. Let's see. Yeah, it's the same one as this. Yeah. Sometimes, because I was in the art department, so sometimes me and the production manager of the BBT, we used to think that these pictures that we're now putting in are technically better. So let's use these instead, but then you miss important points. So I don't know if you can picture it by my speaking, but there's like a zigzag going down. And first, the guy is there and he sees the girl from a little ways away and he starts contemplating. Because the Gita also says, by contemplating the objects of the senses, one becomes attracted. From attraction becomes lust, from lust becomes anger. Then one loses his intelligence, and he becomes totally confused in life, and then he falls down into the material pool. Does that answer the question?
Yes.
Any last... Oh, the offering's being made, okay. No, that's about worship. We don't seem to have the originals. No. You'd go to, she's asking, how do you know ahead of time when Ekadasi is? As you know, there's 2 days out of the month, the 11th day of the full moon, the 11th day of the new moon, where we fast from grains and beans and other prohibited foodstuffs. And if you go to purebhakti.com, local calendar, then you'll see where it is in your vicinity, what day it is. Yeah. Any last question? Chandranani, do you have one today? Mike?
Tanda pranams, Guru Devi.
Or even, excuse me 1 second, even in a conversation. I'm just having a conversation, and I don't really care who's right or who's wrong. I just care that you listen to me. You didn't listen to me. No, you didn't listen to me. We're not considering what's being said, the value of each thing that's being said. So that's from kind of lust, means lust doesn't only mean gross sense gratification. It also means lust to enjoy in general. So I want to enjoy the fact that I was right. So I'll get into a big argument for nothing. Yeah.
I think it was on Thursday that in class you were talking about, I don't know the name, that is my first question, like the 6 steps or stages. The first one was enthusiasm, and that is the first question. What is the name of those stages? I don't remember exactly. And second question is, since enthusiasm is the first one, in our case as grihastas and trying to handle all the situation out there, like routine, work, times, everything, what we can do, of course, we know we have to, we should, and is what we're doing, chanting, trying to reading, watching the class if we cannot come here. But how will be like, I don't know if this is a right name to say, like emergency activities to don't lose enthusiasm, since it's the first part. Because everything what you were saying that day was exactly, and as I am navigating the path. And that was my first thing, because I understand completely how one day is woo and next day it's like down. Yeah, and I understand it's part of the process, but still I feel like I need more strength. And I know it's coming here, association, chanting, but sometimes it's harder than that. That's my question.
Harder than what?
That just doing that, even doing that, I feel like is not enough. Sometimes I feel very down. So
Well, that's actually what this is all about. the 6, they're not stages. There's 6 symptoms of unsteady bhakti. We all come from different places, not just Berlin or Columbia, but we all come from different universes, different lives, different kind of backgrounds. And some of us had many lives of bhakti in the past, so we're starting from a higher percentage. And some of us are starting from a lower percentage. Like I made 1% advancement out of the material world in my last life, so now I'm starting from 2. Somebody else, I made 50%, now I'm starting from 51. So even though we joined on the same day, we're going to be progressing differently and experiencing bhakti differently. So these are 6 symptoms of unsteady bhakti. Unless I've had many, many bursts of bhakti and I come from on a high platform, I'm going to be coming and starting with unsteady bhakti. That's the first stage. It's the first stage, but there are 6 symptoms of that stage. So it's not just enthusiasm. This is enthusiasm based on overconfidence. Like as soon as we come, we think I'm a pure devotee and I'm better than anybody else. It's just a thing that happens. So it's called utsaha mai. Mai means filled with. Utsaha in this connection means like false enthusiasm. I'm a good devotee, I'm a good this, or I'm a good that. And yeah, let's do it. And then that, because it is based on overconfidence and newness, like, the teacher shows the kid a red book with B, and then you see a picture on the other side of the big book, ball. B is for ball. C is for cat. Yeah, I know it. I got it. What does he know? So then when the class starts getting a little harder, he gets discouraged. He did something wrong. He didn't make a K right. And he couldn't remember what K was for. Or when he starts doing sentences. See the boy play with the kite. Then he loses interest. He gets discouraged. So that's a type of enthusiasm that is better than nothing, but it's not what we want. And then the second one is gana tarla, sometimes thick and sometimes thin. Sometimes I'm deeply into it, resolute. Sometimes it's just like a sporadic thing. Sometimes I'm resolute in purpose, sometimes I'm not. And then the next one is vyuta vikalpa, or indecision. Indecision coming from having various alternatives and not knowing which to take. Should I get married? Should I not get married? Mahaprabhu was married and his associates are married, so maybe I should get married. But Raghunath Das Goswami didn't even have time to look at the mirror what to speak of his wife, and immediately left. So maybe I should just take renounced. But then if I take renounced now, and then I get material desires later, when I'm old, and then I'll be too old to enjoy, so, there's just, so you don't, such a new devotee doesn't get the benefits of either being married or not married, because he's on the mental platform. Okay, we're married, now let's make Krishna the center and go forward. Or, I'm not married, let me go forward on that. But he's just mentaling it out. So then, number 4 is the battle with desire. I want to have chocolate cake 3 times a day. But I know it's dumb. Not only will I get sick, but I'll lose my brains. I'll lose my consciousness from eating sugar. And I know it's bad for my bhakti because I won't be able to think or chant. I'll just be thinking of that. So I shouldn't do it. I don't want to do it, but I do it. So that's fighting against the desire for worldly sense objects. And then niyamakshama, the inability to uphold vows. So I'm fighting against my senses, like you saw in the chariot picture. And I'm also fighting against the fact that I can't uphold my vows. So I promised I would chant 16 rounds minimum, because I just got initiated. But then I felt sick, and next day I couldn't do it. Or what to speak of, Gurudev said, don't go to sleep at night until you chant 64 rounds a day. So I do that one day, and then the next day, I don't know if it's going to work. I'll do one round. So inability to follow vows. They're all kind of related to each other. They have their little distinction, and they're also related. And then, finally, last but not least, is Taranga Rangani. So I'm starting to do some bhakti, and I'm really proud of myself. It's probably, mixed with utsahamai, enthusiasm based on overconfidence. Then I give a class. And then somebody comes up to me after class and says, here's a $100 donation. That was a great class. Yeah, my bhakti brought all this money. That shows I'm really doing well in my bhakti. How I attract that. And how I attract fame and name. That's called riding on the waves of the practice of bhakti. It's not bhakti. So does that make it more clear? Okay.
Thank you.
So that's what we want to come to the next stage from. And it's very elaborately explained here in Madhurya Kadambini. There's so many books that explain everything and inspire us for everything. Beautiful stories, histories, evidences, everything. So the offering is just now coming back from Goloka Vrindavan, Sumukhi. And so now the curtains are being open. Yes? And so now we'll do a 5-minute kirtan, and then we'll have a feast of Bhagavat Prasadam. Okay. Yeah. You want to turn that around?
Yeah, and then this one.
That's one. I wasn't referring to that, but it helps. Yeah, there was one other. Oh yeah, the other one was like a zigzag. Yeah, the other one, did you find that too? It was like a zigzag, where the guy sees this beautiful girl and then he starts contemplating.
No, I just found the one with the steps.
Oh, the steps is fine. What's happening with the steps?
It's getting pulled by so many different ropes.
Oh, ropes.
Ropes of lust. And
Yeah.
it's chasing after it.
Here the spiritual teacher is beckoning him upward, and then Maya, or illusion, is beckoning him downward. And so he has these ropes of the modes of nature called material goodness, passion, and ignorance, and he's being dragged down the steps. Okay, who's going to lead the kirtan? Nitai, you want to lead kirtan? Let's go. Did you just make the feast?
Yes.
So thanks to Nitai, Prabhu. With the help of who? Just? This Farouk helped too. Okay. Well, everybody can just stand and dance.
I need somebody in Murdanga.
Oh, Mridanga? Sumukhi?
Andreas, you want to play?
No, Anandamoy.
Ananda, you want to play Murdanga?
Anandamoy Mridanga. Oh, and you also play Mridanga. Radhe Shyam.
Right, hey, Sean, you play Murdanga? Yeah? Yeah?
Yeah, you can both play Mridanga. And Kartals. And we could all just stand, since there's no mic stand.
I can just hold it.
Yeah. Little 5-minute kirtan. I don't think there's anybody new today, so you already know about the availability of the boutique. You can collect all your presents that you're getting for everybody for the year, bar mitzvahs, anniversaries, housewarmings, new babies, etc.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama. Haribo, 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 Nitai go, Haribo, Nitai go, Haribo, Haribo. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo, Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Nitai Gora Haribo. Haribo. It's pretty hot. Yeah, it's kind of hot out there.
Two devotees are going to be putting out the tapes.
First, we gotta clear this area.
So, as you all know, like recently, we've been discussing a lot about tithing and raising money for the temple so that we could continue being in this beautiful space and sharing this beautiful time together. So I just went on AI this morning and I asked a question, and I asked, why is tithing important? And it says tithing or giving a portion of one's income to support spiritual or charitable causes is important in many faith traditions for several reasons. Spiritual growth, tithing can help cultivate a sense of gratitude, humility, and detachment from material wealth. Supporting the community, tithing often supports the maintenance of places of worship, spiritual leaders, and community programs. 3, charitable giving. Tithing can also fund charitable initiatives, helping those in need and promoting social welfare. Faithful practice in some traditions, tithing is seen as a way to demonstrate devotion and commitment to one's faith. In the context of your Ekadasi observance, because I was asking also about Ekadasi, it says observance and devotion to Krishna, tithing might be a way to express gratitude for the blessings in your life and support the spiritual community. Then it asked, would you like to know more about tithing in specific faith traditions or its benefits? And I go, of course. And so that was my conversation with AI this morning. So if everybody can, reach deep into their hearts and into their pockets to support this amazing temple, we need donations on a regular basis, on a monthly basis, whatever you can give from your heart. Spread the word far and wide, so that we can have this sacred place to come to, and so we can stay together as a community. Hare Krishna. Haribol, Haribol.
There's no difference between preaching, spreading the word, and giving a donation. Well, I don't have time. I don't have the energy. I'm really busy, but I have some money. So it's all the same. Everybody's. It's like Prabhupada gives the example of a railroad company, and they have the same motto. Everyone in the company, whether he's an office worker or he's driving the train, the motto is, the train should keep moving. So somebody is tinkering at the track, somebody's driving, somebody's in the office doing accounting, but they all have the same motto. They're all doing the same thing. Okay.
Hare Krishna. Mahaprasadam ki jai. Srimati Syamarani Didi ki jai.
Mahaprasade Govinde. All together. Mahaprasade Govinde. Nama Brahmani Vaishnave. Sval Brahmani Vaishnave. Sval. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. Mahaprasade Govinde. Nama Brahmani Vaishnave. Svalpa Punya Vratam Rajan. Svalpa Punya Vratam Rajan. Vishwasal Naiva Jayate.
The meaning is, O Lord, O Mahaprasadi, O Mahaprasad, you are non-different from Radha and Krishna, from the holy name and from the pure devotees. So you have the power to give what they can give, which goes up to Krishna Prem. So please give me that. Imagine just by eating with reverence, you can get love of God.
Hare Krishna. So I was mentioning about tithing. So if anybody feels a want or desire to do this, you could actually come see me. I'll write down your name, information, so that we could pass it on to those who are organizing this. And so this would be a real blessing in everybody's lives to be able to continue this great service. Haribol, Haribol.
If everybody wants to find a seat, we'll start serving out. Haribo. Shri Radha Raman Bihari Ju ki